That's right. No Luka, no problem. We're breaking it all down. Big plays, surprise performances, and yes, a curious case of Klay Thompson's shooting slump. He needs to get it together. So stick around because this game had everything. Klay is a legend, but tonight he looked like he left his shooting touch out in Golden State. Somebody need to check if he still got luggage in California. We got an APB on Klay Thompson's jump shot. All right, family, I am your host, Lotman. Welcome back to the one-stop shop for all things Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks shot the Nuggets without Luka Doncic. Make sure you stick around because I'm going to tell you how it all went down. And that's fact. Who needs Luka Doncic when the Mavericks go full squad mode? It's a team thing, baby. And that's fact. Block party, slam dunks, and Klay Thompson struggles from beyond the arc, mid-range, and passes. What's going on? Bro, this game was one for the ages, fam. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video because you don't want to miss this one.
I beg your pardon.
Ain't that right?
He ain't lying.
Let's get into these highlights. We got PJ Washington, who has been a standout athlete on both sides of the floor, being able to attack the defense on transition, whether it's on offense, and attack the offensive players when they are trying to get into the paint, let alone shoot a jumper. PJ was on them like PB and J. My boy was a lock. And that's fact. We had a start from Quinton Grimes, who was hitting clutch corner threes. That boy's a shooter. And that's fact. Derek Lively swatting block after block. My boy was putting in work.
I beg your pardon.
But let's get into it. Last night, the Dallas Mavericks pulled off a massive upset win over one of those past champions, the Denver Chicken Nuggets. I know that one might hit a little different. People were going into the game last night expecting for the Dallas Mavericks to fall just simply because no Luka. I'm here to tell you the Dallas Mavs are built different, baby. And yes, family, I said they did it without Luka. They did it without Luka. That's right. No Luka, no problem. We're breaking it all down. Big plays, surprise performances, and yes, a curious case of Klay Thompson's shooting slump. He needs to get it together. So stick around because this game had everything. Let's dive in. Let's start with the man of the hour. We talking about PJ, none other Washington. This guy was everywhere. He dropped 22 points, snagging 13 rebounds, and threw down dunk after dunk that had the crowd on their feet. PJ Washington's a showstopper. Oh, yeah, let's not forget about that defense. It's solidified. I said it's solidified, baby.
Hey, yo!
When the Nuggets thought they could bully him in the paint, PJ said, not today, not happening, no D. I mean, but let's be serious. I already said PJ was auditioning for the Expendables.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
My boy came back, put on weight, lateral quickness, been in the lab, taking care of business in order for him to be in the position that he needs to be in those situations. Crunch time. PJ Washington has definitely stepped up to the plate, making sure that he has improved in all aspects when it comes to playing the game of basketball, whether it's dribbling, whether it's being calm under pressure, whether it's taking it into the paint. I swear that boy's taking a page out of Luka Doncic's book. Did you see the way he got into the paint and just stopped, waited for the defender to make contact, then went up and got the foul, points, and the free throw? Washington has been looking good from the free throw line as well. Don't forget, PJ Washington has always hit clutch free throws for us last season and this season, and we needed all those free throws for us to be able to pull this one out. Not to mention, my boy is low-key. I think he's a safety or a cornerback or a hell of an athletic linebacker. That boy wasn't in the right.
No. Not today.
Simply put, my boy, he done went from the Expendables to auditioning to Space Jam 3. My boy won a pair of 11s. The Nuggets didn't know where they were playing basketball or dodgeball the way he was out there swatting shots.
White Goodman's hit. That ball's up for grabs, and
I'm only going to talk about him. We got to talk about my boy QG. We talking about Quinton Grimes. The QG effect, Quinton Grimes is lethal. He finished with 14 points, including 4 clutch threes, 2 from the corner that were well needed and deserved. My boy was wide open. And if he wasn't wide open, he would pump fake and he would create pressure to the rim, creating open shots for his teammate. Not to mention, his defense was looking good. This dude was locking up the Denver Chicken Nuggets perimeter threats like TSA on high alert. My boy, no flies.
Got a live one. Come with me, sir. So we're going to do a more thorough inspection. Let's see what we got. What the fuck is this? Shampoo. It's over 3 ounces. And it's heavy, okay? You throw this hard enough, you could knock somebody out. I mean, yeah. So that's how you were gonna do it, huh?
That's facts. We all know Quinton Grimes is out here trying to make a statement. He is auditioning for an all-defensive team. Honestly, I think he's got the job. You see, he was in the starting lineup. With all these changes that we see going into the starting lineup, who do you think is going to come out? Because Naji Marshall is showing a lot of promising things. Quinton Grimes, QG, is out there doing what he needs to do for him to get more time. Man, Derek Lively's already done transitioned up. Speaking of Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, blocks, alley-oops, dunk, hustle play. Our Twin Towers have it all. And that's fact. But let's hop on Derek Lively real quick.
Hey, yeah.
Last year, Derek Lively was a rookie, and this year he's the straight wall in the paint for the Dallas Mavericks. My man had straight 3 blocks, 2 massive dunks, and a whole lot of swagger. Not only is he growing into the NBA, he's stumping all over, and I mean that. And that's fact. Derek Lively has improved so much, whether it's that turnaround hook shot or it's just the fact that he knows who's on him and he is more comfortable doing those post moves. My boy hit a straight drop step and a nasty poster. You would have thought that was on 2K. No games, shots fired. Yeah, I said it. But let's transition over to my man's D. Gaff, the landlord, the one and only, collecting rent payments on the 4th, 5th, and the 15th. You know, we got to collect those late payments. Daniel Gafford came in. I mean, my man's is simply just like the Energizer Bunny. You just put the batteries in his back and he keeps going and going and going and going. Daniel has those intangibles, not to mention it's solid. Daniel Gafford is probably the most foul player on the Dallas Mavericks, and yet he puts his body on the line every night that they go out there and play, being accessible for court tie screens or even real big body screens. And then when he gets in the paint, he's battling against 4 to 5 people. They can't do nothing but to foul him. So I don't understand why he's not getting these calls. I need you to step it up, but I digress. My man D. Gaff was diving, blocking, and dunking as if his life depended on it. The dude had 13.6 rebounds and more hustle than the entire Denver Nuggets bench. And that's straight up. If you don't believe me, go watch the tape. And did I say that was combined? My boy's straight out there with a whole nother aura. He got the force. But this wouldn't be a recap video unless we talked about the one and only Naji Marshall. The quiet, steady contribution every team needs. But this was a performance for me for Naji Marshall. My boy had a career high of 26 points. He hit timely shots, including a 1-foot buzzer beater shot 3. Cash, nothing but net. Naji Marshall has a lot of great intangibles that will keep him on the court. The only thing we need to worry about with him is when it gets to those crunch times and those passes, we got to make sure that he's being a lot more mindful of where players are going to move in those situations to get open. I guess him and Luka can both do that because sometimes they get a little jittery and they start throwing that thing and somebody barely adjusts and the ball's out of bounds. But Naji Marshall, this is something that is easily fixable. I mean, simply put, he's a one-of-a-kind player, someone you hate to play against, but you love to have on your team. He's the one that you want with you if you got to go down the dark alley and you don't know what's going on. You need some dog. Naji Marshall is a dog. You heard me? And that's facts, but not everything is sunshine. We got to have a serious talk about Klay Thompson. Y'all, it's been a rough night for the Splash, bro. 2 of 12 from the field and 0 of 7 from three-point range. That's crazy. Tonight, my boy couldn't hit the ocean if he fell out of a boat. I know it's harsh, but it's the truth. We don't need performances like these, especially when we have Quinton Grimes and Naji Marshall stepping up, and they can definitely substitute in those roles to guard those players that we need to guard. We need a POA in the starting lineup. If that offense is not clicking, I can honestly see Klay Thompson transitioning over to the bench and coming in with the second unit. That way he can have more control because when he's out there with the guys, when he gets it, sometimes he feels he needs to force a shot. I mean, he got the ball and it was 22 seconds left in the shot clock, and he put up a 3. We got to get Klay used to working within the system, and he's feeling like he's still getting those touches. We don't want him to feel as if we don't want him to shoot the ball, but we want him to shoot it in rhythm so those shots that he or used to taking, he's able to hit those at a higher clip because the way he's getting the ball is more familiar to his shooting mechanics rather than him just I know. You think I'm piling on Klay pretty hard here? Look, Klay is a legend, but tonight He looked like he left his shooting touch out in Golden State. Somebody need to check if he still got luggage in California. We got an APB on Klay Thompson. Fire! I mean, y'all can let me know what y'all think, but if y'all find that shot, man, I'll get you a return address so we can get them. All right now, I said Spencer Dinwiddie can sit down. I still feel the same way. He hit some shots that were well needed, but I honestly can see when Jayzion Gordon come back, him getting some of those minutes. Jayzion Gordon is a underrated baby Kyrie. My boy has handles, a shot, can get to the paint, and very capable of dribbling God tier level. My boy has handle and a 6'9" wingspan. He's a legit POA that sticks on the ball handlers or those smaller guards can lock them down. Where is Jayzion Gordon? APB out on that boy too. And that's facts. If he hurt, he better get unhurt.
Fired! Shots fired!
We all know what Kyrie Irving brings to the game. Kyrie Irving brings the cool, calm composure that the leadership Kyrie Irving has his influence all over the game. And a lot of people who were in the game, they work heavily with Kyrie in knowing how to control that pace. As you can see, Jaden Hardy, Spencer Dinwiddie, they still got some room to grow. All right, so we're going to hit you with this segment. This is the after game. Now, we have Payson watching, who is a fan of Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving also invited him out when he was 16 for him to do a workout, him and KD, and they just poured a lot of positivity into this young man, making him be able to realize that he does have a legitimate to be in the NBA when his time comes. This was a time that he was able to express how he felt about that meeting with Kyrie and KD in person. He got him a signed jersey. I'm going to drop the clip right here so you can check it out, see what his words were exact. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to share this with his grandkids and his little ones up under him. How he knew Kyrie the Great, Uncle Drew the Irving.
And then coming up in high school, I got a chance to work out with him and KD. They had invited me out to work out when I was 16 years old during the pandemic. And it was like Christmas early, man. It really meant a lot to me, especially that they believed in me and that they were telling me that I could get to that level one day. So it means the world to me. I really look up to Kyrie. My boy Kyrie's.
Very cool. Cool message. What does Kyrie mean to you?
He means a lot to me.
Kyrie Irving also had some words of wisdom post-game. He said this game was about heart, grit, teamwork. We showed we are more than just one player, spoken like a true leader. As family, this was a team win in every sense of the word. This is not just about beating the Denver Chicken Nuggets. It was about making a statement. The Dallas Mavericks are a dangerous team without Luka Doncic. And that's shots fired. And I mean that. If you love this breakdown, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below. Who was your MVP player of last night's game? This year is something you do not want to miss. And if you do not know, this is the one-stop shop for all things Dallas Mavericks. Smash the sub button, share the video, and remember, we don't just watch basketball, we live it. See y'all next time.